Hi friends, my name is Cat Kerr, and today I'm going to be working on my covers for my Grafix Mixed Media Journal. So I've been working in this journal for some time, and I think it's finally finished. I hope, there's always room for improvement, but I'm happy with it now. So I'm going to start working on the journal covers. Now, if you're not familiar with this mixed media journal, it comes as a kit. So it includes the 2 chipboard covers as well as the plastic substrates on the inside, and there are 2 of each substrate. So there's a large variety of plastic films to try and play with, and it also comes with the black discs on the side. Now, as I mentioned, the covers are made out of chipboard, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cover both sides with a black gesso. Now, I decided to add some collage elements to the cover, and here I'm just going through one of my collage soup books and just picking out some images that speak to me, and then I'm going to just kind of figure out what sizes work best on the covers, and then I'll cut out the images. I also ended up liking the back of the images that I picked out. There were these really pretty shells, and so I decided to cut some out to include in my cover as well. Now, once I decided on the placement, I pulled out a sheet of Artist-Tac dry adhesive film. This is great for images that are, that have an odd shape, and you want to add some adhesive to them quickly and without having to wait for the glue to dry, which I absolutely love. And so I just pulled back the protective layer, and then I added my images to the sticky side of that Artist-Tac. And because there was a little bit of space left over, I decided to just fill it with some scraps of mono prints or anything else that I have, because I want to use up that full sheet. And I always end up needing little scraps of color for one reason or another. So whenever I have space to fill, I'll pull out my mono prints and anything else that I have that might need adhesive. Now, once I've added that page, I place the cover on top, and then I just press it down. I like using a roller to really make sure that the images are going to pick up as much as adhesive as it needs. And then I just pull the images off of the Artist-Tac and place them wherever I choose to place them. And whatever I don't use on that Artist-Tac sheet, I just place that cover back onto the adhesive sheet and put it aside and save those scrap pieces of mono print for a later time. But here I'm just cutting off the edges of the images that I applied to the cover. Now, I added black gesso to the cover for a couple of reasons. Gesso because it's good to have, so whatever medium I decide to use, it doesn't soak into the chipboard. It gives it some tooth to grab onto. And secondly, I knew I wanted to use my Finetec pearlescent watercolors because they would make a really cool underwater scene, and they would really pop and stand out on a black surface. So here I am using, I think it's a number 8 round watercolor brush, and I'm just picking an assortment of different colors and just creating these dashes to represent an underwater scene. I think I ended up using about 6 or 7 different colors, and I really wanted to give that impression of reflection in the water, and so I just kept going one color over another color, and I ended with this blue color, and I really love the way it came out. Now, even though I was very happy with the way it came out, I wanted a little bit more dimension. I almost wanted some bubbles or something to be floating above the fish. So I decided to take one of the other sheets inside the journal. This is the Wet Media Dura-Lar, and I'm just adding some splatters of some of the colors from the Finetec on top of it. I'm not adding a lot, just enough to give it a little bit of dimension. Now, while that Wet Media Dura-Lar is drying, here I am adding the word create on the cover using some rub-ons. Now, to add that wet Dura-Lar sheet to the cover, I'm cutting out some strips of double tack dry adhesive film. And this is a dry adhesive that has a protective layer on both the front and the back. So you just peel off one side, apply it to your surface, and then you peel off that top layer and you can apply it to whatever else you want to apply it to. Now I have to mention this tip and trick that I got from Denise Lush, and when she uses this adhesive, she just peels off a tiny little section and then she places her top layer into place, into the perfect position, and then she removes the excess. I thought it was brilliant. Here's a close-up of the journal cover, and you don't even see the adhesive strips, which is what I love about using double tack. But once my journal cover is finished, I'm just going to add it to my journal, and I love the way it came out. Now, if you're looking for more ideas on how to use this mixed media journal by Grafix Arts, make sure you visit grafixarts.com. Thanks for watching.